Just overall thoughts on your team's game today.
Yeah, I mean, not easy to get first two games in Barrie, but I feel like today we were way better. First period wasn't that good, but second and third we were dominating.
How did you guys feel like you adapted to the structure of Barrie, especially as the game went on?
Yeah, I mean they're well structured too, so as we as well. So it's a lot of 50-50 hockey, and we just gotta stick with it.
How do you feel, obviously, coming back home to Ottawa after starting the series off in Barrie? How do you feel tonight, kind of transition, feeling that home energy for the crowd?
Yeah, I mean we were really confident of ourselves, and everybody still believes, and yeah, I mean great win today.
How do you guys feel special teams was today? Obviously, you've had a lot of work so far in the series. How do you feel it's transition so far, heading into not just tonight's game, but into Thursday's game?
Yeah, I mean first two games weren't that easy for us. We produced a lot of chances, and but we couldn't score. But yeah, I mean today we were pretty good at it, and got I think 2 goals today, so it was good today.
What was said during the first intermission?
Sorry?
What was said in the dressing room during the first intermission?
Just keep going, just stick with it, and then let's forget the first period. That wasn't that great, so just stick with it, and let's keep going.
Any reason you think that for the slow start at all?
I don't know. It's just we weren't that ready. I feel like, but we had a great second period and third. So yeah, I mean first was just hard. I don't know.
Heading into the game, the 2 games beforehand, the team had a bit of discipline issues. Of course, you guys 0 penalties this game. Was there something that was said, in preparation of the game tonight?
Yeah, obviously we took too many penalties first 2 games, and we had only one today. 6 minutes, 6 guys on ice. So I feel like that just happens, and but yeah, great work on our PK. But yeah.
Have you guys been able to handle the physicality of Barrie this series?
Yeah, I mean they're a pretty physical team as well as us. So I mean it's, as I said, a lot of 50-50 hockey. So we just gotta stick with it, and just be hard as well.
How do it feel just to finally get back in the win column? Like you said, obviously dropping 2 games in Barrie. Just how does it feel for the team morale heading forward, just to get back in the win column?
Yeah, I mean obviously it's usually easier to play at home, and obviously when you lose first 2 games, you're pretty you need to win the third game, and yeah, I feel like we were pretty confident today, everybody, and at least I mean the first wasn't that great, but we took the win, and yeah, first, second, and third period was good.
Overall thoughts on your team's game tonight?
Yeah, it was good. First was didn't like our first period, but great job with the power play in the second, and then being able to stick with it there and turn it around the last 2 periods was great, and love the effort. Fetsy played great all throughout the lineup, all 4 lines, all 5-6 played great. So yeah, happy to get the win.
How'd you guys start to handle the sort of 2-2-1 trap that they set up in the first period?
Yeah, I mean, they forecheck hard. They got good players, but they also play hard. So just being able to break out is really important. I thought our D got better throughout the game and did a great job towards the end of the game, kind of just limiting their forecheck and being able to break pucks out and just resetting the neutral zone. And yeah, I was proud of our D. Us wingers and forwards can kind of give them a hard time sometimes getting back and being in position, but they did a great job. Obviously, they played 5 today as well, so proud of them. And yeah.
Barrie's a tough team, and they've given you guys a bit of a challenge physically. You guys stepped up this game. What was sort of the difference maker there?
I didn't think it was any different than the first 2 games. If anything, I think we were less physical this game than we were the first 2. I think the first 2 we were trying to do too much physically and not worrying about the puck. There's a lot of times we're just going in there trying to blow a guy up, and they just make a 1 pop pass and they're out of the zone. So I think we did a good job with our sticks and just kind of settling it down and know when to take your big hits and know when to pick your spots. And obviously it's a long game, it's a long series, so we're gonna have a lot of chances to hit their D and hit their forwards. And I thought we did a good job of it tonight.
You talked about the first period, you guys didn't like that. Go into the room in the intermission. Who are the guys that step up, and what was said to turn things around?
I mean, at the end of the day, it's your leaders, it's your older guys. But the thing with this group is everyone speaks up, everyone has a voice. So obviously, it's Coop, it's Frankie, it's even Bedsy coming in, Q, all your older guys. But at the same time, it's guys like Cole, Vandy, Hoobie, like all even your younger guys. Like everyone has a voice, everyone respects each other, and I think we all kind of knew that wasn't our best, and we thought that was their best. So I mean, they had a push, and our kind of motto was, okay, now it's our turn to have a push, and I thought we did that, and great job by the PP1 going out there scoring 2 goals, huge on the 5-on-3. So yeah.
What do you think was the difference in flipping that switch from first to second period?
I mean, honestly, I think it was just breakouts. They did a great job forechecking, and they had a lot of sustained pressure in the first. I mean, they had 17 shots, but in the first period, we couldn't break the puck out. But I think as the game went on, we did a better job of that, just kind of settling it down and not trying to make the extra play, and just being able to get out of the zone and reset so we could get on the forecheck instead of playing to their hand in the O zone. So I thought we did a good job of that, and then we play to our strengths, right? When we're able to get in the pucks in the O zone, we're able to forecheck, and that's what we do so well, and that's why we've had success all year. So yeah.
How do it feel, Nick, just to, obviously a lot of special teams work in games went into, and Barry coming back here, Ottawa. How do it feel just to finally start converting on the power play and special teams and seeing it come to reward?
Yeah, I mean, they have a good kill. Obviously, they got their Baudouin, and those guys kill well, and they work hard. And no, I thought our power did a great job moving it around, using our skill, and we were able to get 2 there today, which was huge. Such a big part of the game. Once you go on and later in the year in series, special teams plays a huge part. And obviously, we didn't take any penalties today except for the one at the end, but I thought our PK at the end was great. Able to hold them off. They got great players as well. So special teams was huge for us tonight, and was a big factor.
How did it feel just to finally be back in Ottawa after a long time away? Obviously starting from there, how did it feel just to be back from the crowd tonight? Obviously a big atmosphere for you guys.
Yeah, it was good. Obviously, we love playing at home. We love this rink. We're comfortable in it, and we play great here. So yeah, felt good.
How difficult is it to stay disciplined in a playoff series when you're playing a team like that, a bigger team, and to not take penalties in the game? How tough is that?
Yeah, it's really tough. I mean, you saw our first 2 games. We were kind of all hyped up, all jacked up, and kind of bit us in the butt there, taking so many penalties and bad, timely penalties too. I feel like times in the games of the first couple, we had momentum and we were tied, and then we take a bad penalty and boom, they score on the power play and it's deflated. So we're deflated. But I think today we did a great job. I think coaching staff stressed that a lot. It was our biggest key there today. And obviously, staying out of the box was huge. We don't give them any momentum on their power play. We feel 5-on-5. We can do good things out there, and we're confident in ourselves 5-on-5. So yeah.
Not to belabor that other line of questioning before, but does Dave come into the room during the intermission and say something after that first period?
Yeah, I mean, he's such a calming presence. Like he never gets too high or too low. Like. He just came in and just said, just breathe and we're fine. Like, that's our push. It's only 1 shot. It was only 1-0, right? So, luckily, Fetsy stood on his head there. But Dave came in, just kind of relaxed because we were all kind of riled up a bit. But, I mean, we go out there confident and we were relaxed because we know our coach got our back and our coach was believed in us and he wasn't freaking out on us. So we kind of had that calming presence behind us. And even when Bowsy scored that fourth goal there to go 4-1, he was the first thing he said was, "We're good, like relax, like we still got 8 minutes left here." So he's such a calming presence, and we definitely feed off him from that. And yeah.
Just overall thoughts on the game tonight?
It was a great game. Everybody played hard tonight, and we came out to win. So,
How did you guys adapt to Barry's system as the game went on, specifically their defensive structure?
we just keep playing our game. Like we've been able to score some goals, like not too many, but just gotta adapt. Like in the O zone, just keep trusting each other, and we'll figure it out.
How do you guys feel? Obviously, there's a lot of special teams working the first 2 games. How do you guys feel? You guys kind of transitioned into today. You saw some awards coming from the power play. How do you guys feel that kind of transition finally into the series?
It feels good. Definitely, first 2 games, we were definitely on the bad side of the specialty teams. Like we're always killing penalties. Today it was good to get a few on the power play and get a couple goals, and that helped the team out quite a bit.
Obviously, you guys so far have spoken just on confidence in the room and how you guys have transitioned to this game. Obviously being down 2, how do you guys just keep that confidence going today?
I think it's just trust in everybody. We know we can do it. We have the team to do it. So even if we go down in a period, like game's far from over, and just keep trusting each other.
How do you feel just to be back in Ottawa? Obviously, sort of the series on the road, probably a little bit different from last series. How do you feel just to be back here in Ottawa?
It's a good feeling. We love playing here. We play a really good game here. We know our boards and stuff, so it feels good to play here.
Obviously, heading into the game being down 2-0, of course the message is to not lose for Game 3, but what on top of that was specifically pointed as the message heading into tonight's game?
There's nobody said like it's like a must win game. We were just a big game for the series. We just talked about like just keeping our cool, like discipline, and just focus on doing our thing.
And then moving forward into Game 4, what's the big things that you guys want to jump on, to build off of this game?
Just keep doing the same thing. Like I said, like the big trust is a huge thing with our team. We keep trusting our team and trusting that we're able to do it. We'll be fine.
Heading into today's game, was there something you guys noticed you really wanted to like jump on, just kind of tighten up a little bit? Obviously, going down 2 is not the easiest, but now that you guys are back in the series, was there something Dave wanted to kind of, or you guys to tighten up a little bit?
Yeah, our discipline. We were taking some costly penalties at some costly times, putting us down in games, which is putting us in a hard spot. So our discipline was a big thing for today's game.
Just overall thoughts on the team's game tonight?
Yeah, I thought compared to the 2 games in Barrie, that was a lot better. Just confidence, all 4 lines going. Discipline was a lot better, and it was fun to be out there and fun to play, and to get that win on home ice was huge.
Now, of course, the win was a team effort, but you had quite the individual effort out there, racking up a whole bunch of points. What did you see out there in particular this game?
I think guys were just in the right spots. I think kudos to the team. Every guy played their game. Every guy played their role, and just made it easy on me to be in those spots and make those plays. And I'm happy to help out the team wherever I can.
And have you seen heading into this game, discipline has been a little bit of an issue because of just how strong their power play is in Barrie. Of course, you guys tightened up a lot, only getting a bench minor penalty.
Yep.
Just what was sort of the message there ahead of the game, and how you guys adapted and responded on the game?
Yeah, I think just playing calm, playing within our game. Some of the penalties we took just weren't good at that time, and kind of hurt us. And Barrie does have a good power play. We got a good penalty kill though. So if we got to kill one, I know we can. And yeah, tonight was a lot better. I mean, if we're going to take a penalty, it's got to be a hard one. And I think we worked on that a lot.
Are you just being a veteran presence on this team? How has it been able to help Coop as a veteran yourself? How has it been leading some of these young guys into battle in their first playoff series, but just into the first, second round? How's it been for you as a leader, veteran?
Yeah, it's been awesome. I enjoy being a leader. I enjoy kind of talking to the guys, and having a guy like Jack Johnson come in, great defenseman, and kind of playing his first playoff series and a round against Barrie is kind of big and could be nerve-wracking, but I think he stepped in and played great, and just kind of just knowing they can come to me and talk to me and stuff, and I try to lead by example out there. I think when my game's hard and physical and intense, guys feed off that, and I'm just looking to do that game in and game out.
How do you guys feel you want to adjust defensively after dropping the first 2 Barrie? Obviously, you guys noticed you were able to really slow them down tonight. How do you guys feel defensively you were able to just tighten up the game?
Yeah, I think the forwards are great in the neutral zone, kind of slowing down their forward check. I think Feddy's been making great save all series long, and he's helped us a lot when we needed it, and yeah, he saved us when we needed it.
How do you guys feel? Obviously, power play game through big time today. Obviously, he was finally able to get some reward off that. How were you guys able to just feed off that throughout the full 60 tonight?
Yeah, I think that kind of gave us momentum. When you score on power plays, you kill penalty kills. It kind of gives you momentum going into the game, and I thought the power play did great tonight, and just looking to continue that.
What did you say during the intermission, the first intermission to the team?
I think it was just about calming our game down a bit. I think it's hard to kind of control your emotions when you're at home ice. It's a must-win game, and fans are loud and stuff like that, and guys can kind of go over the edge a bit, and I think just calming the guys down. We know we're a great team. We believe in each other. We believe in what we can do this year, and kind of just calm them down. Dave did the same, and kind of just keeping us level, not getting too high, not getting too low, and I think that's exactly what we needed.
Did you catch a guy that likes to play physically? Did you catch yourself a few times like holding back and not getting involved, not wanting the chances of a penalty being called? I mean, that's the discipline being preached as it was.
Yeah, my game's intense. I like to kind of be in guys' ears, be physical all night. It kind of just keep me in the game. I think after the penalty I took in Barrie, I wasn't happy with that. Wasn't disciplined myself, and they scored on that power play. So just kind of talking to myself and just kind of stay level, like I said, and just control my emotions.
Is the momentum switched now? Like after they win the first two, do you feel that there's some momentum on your side?
Yeah, definitely momentum on our side, but like I said, the beliefs never wavered. Every guy in here believes we're the best team and we can do great things this year.
Overall, I thought the first period, again, we came out a little bit shaky. We weren't making plays. We looked like we just were playing not to make mistakes. And then the second period, we came out a lot better. I thought we were making plays. We were harder on the forecheck, getting pucks on net. So we played with a lot more confidence, and I started rolling from there. I thought the power play helped shift the momentum in that period. Scored some big goals there. And following down the stretch there in the third period, I thought we did a good job at closing it out. PK again at the end there did a real good job. 6-on-4. They got a lot of guys who can fire the puck on net. So, good job for our special teams. And I thought as the game got going, we got better.
Now, penalties really haven't been that much of an issue this season. You guys have been a very disciplined team. I remember ahead of the trade deadline, you guys were actually last, I believe, in penalties taken. But against a team like Barrie, any chance they have on the power play is going to be dangerous. Discipline's been a little bit of an issue because of that in the playoff series, but this game, was a very disciplined game. I remember in the first period there were 2 times where I believe Barrie players tried to make them flinch or get them riled up, and they never wavered. Can you speak to some of the momentum shift there?
Well, in game 2, we kind of shot ourselves in the foot a little bit. We took some undisciplined penalties. I think that just goes for the nerves of the players. It's normal, They're teenagers playing in a game that has such momentum shifts, and it's normal for them to play emotional games. And I thought we learned a lesson from that. Generally, we are a pretty disciplined team, but sometimes it gets the better of you. I know a couple of the guys after they took the penalties, they realized what they did, and it's fine. So the one thing good about that is we learned from it, got better as we went along. Today, I thought it was a real disciplined game. I thought especially when you play a big, heavy team like Barrie. They grind you in the O-zone. They get on you. They'll give you a little shot behind. They're a playoff team. They're built that way. They got big bodies. Their defensive core is real big. That Baudouin, he drives that engine. He's a hard player to play against. So it's tough to stay disciplined against teams like that because they get under your skin. But our guys did a real good job at that. They stayed disciplined, whistle to whistle. We played hard. We went toe-to-toe with them, and it was a good game.
Now, tactically, they clog up the neutral zone. They make it real tough. You mentioned they grind down guys.
Yep.
How exactly does a team like the 67s, whether it's tonight, whether it's in game 4, how do they break into the zone and really get to exploit Barrie?
I think very similar to what we did in the second and third period. I think, getting through that neutral zone with speed and getting into our forecheck and then grinding in the O-zone. It's kind of a game within the game. If we don't get through that neutral zone, now you're playing in the D zone. When you play in the D zone, you get tired. Then when you recover the puck, you can't go offense because you're tired. Now if you get the puck through the neutral zone, now you're playing the offensive zone. Now the energy comes. And you ask guys, when you're playing the offensive zone, you never run out of energy. So it's a game within the game. And again, for us, get things rolling, we got to get through that neutral zone, establish our forecheck, and grind in the O-zone.
Norm, obviously, there was, how do you feel it kind of just flip the script tonight, obviously from game 1? How do you feel it just kind of flip the script in terms of goal scoring, special teams, converting the power play? How do you feel it kind of just get grabbed like a stranglehold in that momentum a little bit tonight?
I think we're just waiting for something like that to happen for this group. I don't think they've played their best the first 2 games in Barrie. We had spurts of it. I think 5-on-5 in game 2, we're the better team in Barrie, or stat-wise, we're close right there. I think we needed something to bring our life together. So today's second period, I think they started to get their mojo back, their belief, confidence, making plays, knowing that we can play with these guys, knowing that we're a 100-point team for a reason. And so I think the second period was huge for us in belief and getting back our confidence and our energy. I wouldn't say it's a momentum shift, but I think it's a good step for us going forward here. And it was a big win, and now Game 4 is a whole new story for us. We got to come out with a better start for sure. We can't, the first 20 minutes give up. I believe it was 18 to something in shots. We can't do that, and so we got to get better on that in Game 4.
It was 15-3 when they scored the first goal. Did you notice anything? Is there something that you can pinpoint that happened during the first period that maybe either settled the team down or maybe started? Because it seemed like the momentum started to switch a little bit at the end of that first period.
It did. To be honest, after the first period, I think that was the best period Barrie could play. A road game, heavy game, getting pucks in, getting pucks on net. They grinded. Their D moved the puck real well through that neutral zone. They got in. They established their forecheck, and we had trouble catching up. I think the momentum shift in that first period, I don't know if there was a big moment that steps out for me, but after the first period, we came in and we're like, woo, we got to do something here to shift the momentum in that second period. And I think it's just nothing you can really say to the players. They know it. They feel it. The first period was over with. You can't go in there hooting, rawing, and yelling and trying to get them motivated. They went out there and they did it themselves. We obviously went in there and talked to the players, but at some point in that second period, we started the shift. We started to get some poise, make some plays, started to feed off each other, and then the energy built. You can see it on the bench. You start shift after shift. We started to stack them, and the second period was definitely a shift for us.
Do you believe that momentum can carry over from one game to the next?
It can, but I think it's just the belief in it. It can carry over from game to game, but I think when you go game to game, it's all different stories, different things happen, different scenarios. So I think it can carry over, but I think it's not a big thing.
Coming in here, I guess you needed a big game from your goalie.
Yeah.
And you got it.
Yeah.
Maybe you can just talk a little bit how
Yeah,
he rose
so
to the occasion.
so he's gave us a chance in the second period to have the second period we did. Without him, in that first period, maybe we're down 3 goals. And it's a different story when you're coming back, from 3 goals. Now you're chasing that game. Ryder's been outstanding for us all season. We need that. In the playoffs, you need a goalie to keep you in a game. It's not going to be the first time it's going to happen. It's not going to be the last time it's going to happen in these playoffs. You need goaltending. And the teams that go far in playoffs, it's the goaltending that makes the difference. It's your third and fourth line, grind lines, that shutdown line, that Hubin line who's done a great job against the Baudouin line. It's those are the guys, and then the game breakers make a big difference for teams that go on long runs.
Well, you talked, the strength of you guys is your speed. It has been all season long. But coming through the neutral zone, now Kingston you saw in the first round trying to track you guys. Now Barrie is doing not really their style of game.
Yep.
But they did it effectively in the first period because they took away all of your speed. From a tactical standpoint, what are you guys looking at to change that up so that you regain that speed coming through the neutral zone?
So I think in the first period, we struggled getting through that neutral zone because of our execution. Our execution wasn't great. The first pass wasn't great. That timing off of everything, it runs off of your execution. So if you're not executing, you can't really, evaluate your neutral zone because you're not getting through because you're not executing. In the second period, I felt our execution was much better. Our D had better poise with the puck. They went D to D, we headed north, we filled our lanes, and then we were able to establish our forecheck that way. Even the games in Barrie, I thought through that neutral zone we did a good job at certain times, but our execution in Game 1 was not great. Execution in Game 2 was much better. First period of Game 3, our execution was not there. So there's some inconsistencies with that, and I think a lot of that can stem to nerves, trying to be too perfect, trying not to make the mistake to cause a goal. Hopefully going forward here now, we can, as we get going into Game 4, continue to build off of that.
Is there a focus, because Barrie plays those top 2 lines so much, their top 2 pairings so much, is there a focus on physical play on those guys?
For us, yeah, we obviously, they're probably doing the same thing to our lineup. You want to key in on guys. Their strength is they got their top line and their top 2 D pairing is their core, and they got guys, Salandra, Crombie. They play hard and they grind, and they're grinding our guys. And if we're not doing the same to their top guys, at some point this shift will happen because they'll have the energy and our top guys will be burnt out. So, you know, I think naturally in the locker room they talk about that. We talk about it. We got to key in on certain areas, make it tough, get above them through the neutral zone. Baudouin is heavy on the forecheck. And if you don't get above him in the neutral zone, let him to come free hits on our D, it's going to wear our D down. So just little things like that make it harder for him to establish a forecheck, make it harder for those guys to get in the O zone, and now we're transitioning back on the RO zone. So we're definitely keying in, and I think, like I said, I think the Hubin line has done a great job at that, and we'll see. It should be an exciting game 4.
They were really good tonight against that one.
Yeah.
How'd you feel you guys obviously were able to tighten the gap a little bit more today in the second and third period? How'd you feel just the transition from obviously games 2 and 3? Obviously, was there anything you guys wanted to work on structurally throughout the lineup itself?
I think structurally we made a few adjustments. Offensively, we made a few adjustments. We made a few adjustments on our face-offs, but nothing major. Just a few things to tweak here and there. Again, it's really tough to evaluate certain areas when you're not executing. So in game 1, our O zone wasn't there because we weren't executing. Our forecheck wasn't there because we weren't executing. In game 2, our execution was much better, so our game was much better. And tonight, game 3, the first period, our execution wasn't there. So you can't really evaluate, how your game is if you're not executing. And without execution, you have no forecheck, you have no neutral zone, you have no O zone, and then you feel like you're chasing the game, and it feels like sometimes they have 6 guys on the ice and you can't do anything right. So it's all about execution and making plays.
Was there something you guys wanted to